Audio Jungle.
Slain journalist Barbara Gil's vehicle found in Portmore. Police have located the vehicle that was missing from the home of veteran journalist Barbara Gil, where her body was discovered on Tuesday. The Mercedes-Benz GLE was recovered on Dyke Road in Portmore, St. Catherine, just a few kilometers from Gil's Caymanas Country Club estate home, the Jamaica Constable Force stated. Describing the find as significant progress, the JCF is now urging anyone who may have information that can assist with the investigations to contact Crime Stopper 311, NIB at 811, or the nearest police station. Government officials, members of the judiciary, members of media, and others have joined in condemning the murder of the retired reporter.
I can confirm that the car was found. It was found off the Dyke Road, a little track of the Dyke Road this morning. We're pursuing the suspect. We have useful information in regards to a person of interest. So the investigations are ongoing in that regard. I'm not naming the person at this time. We're still doing some work upon that.
Brutal. For more than 5 decades, Barbara Gil reported matters, some of them the most gruesome murders, from the island's courts. On Monday afternoon, in a cruel twist of irony, the veteran journalist became a victim of murder, plunging the nation into shock at what has been described as a senseless and brutal act. Gil's murder was made even more painful for her family, as her cousin Michael Dubon told reporters that her son, who lives overseas, was marking his birthday on Tuesday, the day her body was found with stab wounds inside her house in the gated community of Caymanas Country Club Estate, Phase 1 in St. Catherine. I still think I'm dreaming. I wasn't thinking something like this would happen in a gated community. This is the last place I would expect anything like this to happen to her, he stated. She is well loved by everybody around here. She has some great neighbors. Sunday was the last time I spoke to her, and she prayed for me and everything. I told her if she needed anything, just call me, and I would take care of it, he added. She is not even around to celebrate her son's birthday. For him to get a sad news like this on his birthday is wicked, he stated. I feel it was somebody she knows who did this to her. It doesn't make sense to me. It no add up. I am still trying to put the pieces together, he said, adding that he tried calling Gail about 9:40 a.m. on Tuesday. For somebody to come and take her life, it doesn't sit well with me. I am just hoping that cameras will show something, he stated. His reference was to camera footage obtained for the late journalist's house that showed her sitting on the veranda and speaking with somebody Monday afternoon. In the clip, Gail is heard offering to place a phone call to a woman apparently known to her and the person with whom she was speaking. The footage has provided the police with material to pursue what they say is an intensive investigation. What we're getting so far is that she was last seen sometime after 3 p.m. on Monday having conversation with an unknown gentleman. Sometime after 10 a.m. on Tuesday, residents who are used to her routine of coming out in the morning and checking on them and to call them, they never saw that usual activity, and so they went to check on her at home, where her lifeless body was discovered. We are following strong leads at this time. We have the full support of all the investigative arms of the force, stated Senior Superintendent of Police Christopher Phillips, who has responsibility for Area 5. He told journalists at the murder scene. Phillips said Gail was stabbed multiple times in the neck and was believed to have been hit in her head by her killer. Her motor vehicle, which is now found, was taken along with the cell phone, apparently by the killer, who is believed to be known to Gail. Although neighbors told reporters that they do not have a clue as to the identity of the man in the video footage, they are convinced that Gail knew him. They believe her penchant for always extending kindness of act to people made her vulnerable. Her kindness was her weakness. The killer took advantage of Barbara's kindness, one resident told reporters. At the time of murder, Gail was on a freelance contract with Gleaner, having retired in May 2012. She actually began her journalism career at the newspaper on September 2, 1968, and on retirement was offered the contract for 16 months as Justice Co-Coordinator. Before joining the Gleaner, Gail worked as a secretary at Papine Junior Secondary School from 1966 to 1968 after attaining secondary education at Homewood High School between 1961 and 1965. Throughout her years at the newspaper, she honed her skills as a court reporter, earning respect and admiration of judges, lawyers, court staff, law enforcers, and readers. Last month, during National Journalism Week, the 77-year-old Gil was one of 5 practitioners of the craft honored by the Press Association of Jamaica for distinguished service to the profession at their annual veteran luncheon. The citation accompanying her awarded state that, despite her 14 lasting friendship in the legal community, she remained steadfast in her principles, embodying the high standards of journalistic ethics. The PAJ also highlighted the fact that she also sought to educate and empower the public through her column titled Legal Wrangling that addressed complex legal issues. The column earned her the PAJ Community Service Award in 1977, an original award for the Caribbean Association of Media Workers. Director of Public Prosecutions Paula Llewellyn told reporters that Gil's murder left her feeling like a rag doll without stuffing. Llewellyn recalled that when she was a young prosecutor, Gil reported on a lot of the matters in which she appeared and would always encourage her. She said that she last spoke to Gil on Sunday in a phone call that lasted about half an hour. Llewellyn described Gil as the original court reporter and said she just could not believe that she became a victim of murder. Like many others who have commented on the tragedy, Llewellyn to believe the killer was well known to Gil. President of the Jenny Campbell and Gale Service, God through her profession, used her role as a truth-telling to make a positive impact. She noted that Gale's influence extended beyond the news and courtrooms.
Barbara Gil was the journalist par excellence. She was the consummate professional. She was the kind of journalist who approached her work with every detail and balance and fairness and thoroughness and rigor that is required of the profession. Barbara will be missed not just by those who she worked with in the Gleaner newsroom, but every journalist who aspired for excellence in their trade. Barbara was a Christian woman, a prayer warrior. And while we mourn her passing at this time, we also recognize that as a woman of God, she served God with her profession, through her role as a truth teller. She will be missed, not just by her colleagues in journalism in the newsrooms, but also by those she interacted with in the court system, the judges, the lawyers, the court administrators, and everyone who she embraced and engaged during her over 50 years in the profession. And so on behalf of the Association of Christian Communicators and Media, I offer deepest condolences to the family of our sister Barbara Gil and to her colleagues and associates. May her wonderful soul, her beautiful soul, rest in peace.
Traffic changes instituted in Christiana and Santa Cruz for Christmas season. The National Works Agency NWA has instituted traffic change in Christiana, Manchester, and Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth in a bid to ease traffic during the holiday season. Main Street at the intersection with the Christiana bypass, Apple Tree Plaza is now accommodating only motorists heading from the direction of Mandeville towards Christiana High School. No right turn is being allowed from Webb Road and Wildman Street onto Main Street. Nevermind Road is now being used as an exit from the town. No entry onto Main Street is allowed from that corridor. No left turn is being allowed at this time for the Jones Lane, Azan Lane, and Mervyn Road onto Main Street. Motorists wishing to enter Christiana from the direction of Trelawney, Dump, and Bryce Hill will travel as far as Christiana Post Office. The Christiana bypass will not be used for entry of any others other along the main road. In the meantime, in Santa Cruz, one-way system will operate between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Mondays to Saturdays. On Sundays, it will revert to all usage. This section of the main street from its intersection with Cokes Drive and Institute Drive is one way towards the Coville. No right turn is allowed on Main Street from the direction of Malvern or Cokes Drive. Vehicles can exit at the intersection of the Main Street, Retirement Road, and the Santa Cruz bypass. Motorists entering Santa Cruz from the direction of La Cova should turn left at the traffic signal at the intersection of Main Street, Retirement Road, and the bypass. Market Street has also been converted to one way, and no left turn is permitted onto the main street. No right turn is permitted onto Institution Drive. Motorists will use this corridor to enter the Central Business District, and can make left or right turns onto Main Street. Motorists who wish to travel to Malvern from the direction of Lacoville can use the Tarmint Road or travel to the end of the bypass, turn right onto the Guest Smart service station, then left onto Central Road. These changes will be in effect until Monday, January 6, 2025. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.